Hey guys, Rinker Dinker here. Today I'm going to be going over my personal combo for the Nerf Elite 2.0 Stormcharge. And yes, I have actually used this monstrosity. Actually, I do think it looks really cool. It's not a monstrosity. I love it. In battles before, I've used this thing quite a lot actually. I really like just everything about it. Maybe without the red dot though. That does get in the way a little bit. Add some extra weight, so probably just wouldn't run it with that. Now it looks even more cool. But we're gonna keep that on here for maximum clickbait. So let's get into it, starting with the drum mag. 25 round drum mags are my go-to until about recently, because these ones started tweaking the freak out and they don't really work anymore. So they're really finicky, but they're kind of the best ones I have. And for the Stormcharge, any straight mags with the little lump won't actually work in these. And drum mags don't have that little lump there. And what I mean by that is that little thing. This is an 18 round mag. Comes with the turbine, and that little thing keeps it from inserting. It will work like this. It will work like this. I'm pretty sure. Yes, it works like that, but it won't stay in there. So if you have a fully loaded mag, it might be a little too heavy, and you slosh it around a little bit too much, it's gonna go whoop-de-doo and go way out. So I run 25 round drum mags, probably not anymore. I don't really run this thing as much anymore. I changed out the batteries and it's still, no? Okay. It's got a really weird sound to it sometimes. You can kind of hear it right there, but it's really weird and off-putting. And for my ammo, I do run Dart Zone chili darts. These are super easy to get, super pretty cheap, I'd say. I mean, they're not the cheapest. That would be Adventure Force waffles, which my mom actually uses those, so I can't use those. So this is the second best option. I also run the, I don't know what these are called, ruby darts, I'm pretty sure. But I don't think I bought those separately. Those are just the ones that came with my striker. But the chili darts, I bought like 100 of them, or I asked for them for Christmas. Like 100 of them for 20 bucks. Really good price. And those are the ones I use, and they work pretty well. You heard that? That was that weird noise. What? I don't know what that is. I even changed out the batteries and it's still making that. Moving on to the stock. The stock is the one that's included with the Vulcan, which is a bit weird. That is a Dart Zone blaster. And I'm using its stock on a freaky deaky Nerf gun. But it's actually an in-strike attachment point, which is super cool. I love that Dart Zone has started doing that. And it works pretty well, though I do have issues with this attachment point, because some of the stocks I tried were just like too tight, and it just was really difficult to get it all the way on. But this one works really well. It's super stable. I don't really like the looks that much. I don't think it looks anything special, but it's super stable. Perfect length for this. Super maneuverable. Definitely the best one. Then up top you have the red dot. This is probably my favorite attachment Nerf has ever made. You can't really see it. It does have batteries that shoots a little red dot onto the screen. Really hard to see. This one doesn't work. But if I was actually going to use this in a battle, which I have and done, and probably maybe will, I would run it without that, just because it gets in the way. Moving to the front, we have this little scope barrel attachment, they like to call it. Nerf likes to call it. This came with the regulator, and the whole gimmick is that you can take it off the barrel, and it has a little thing right there so you can slide it onto rails. And it even has a rail on the top and a freaking another barrel attachment point on the front, which is super cool. super tactical barrel attachment. It's on here so I can attach a freaking jolt to the front, because if you weren't aware, Nerf just recently made a tactical jolt in the N series line. They actually made two. And this thing is a bit bigger with a stock attachment point. Bro, the Nerf made a jolt with a freaking stock attachment point. Why is no one talking about that? That is crazy. But the performance on this thing is actually really good. Thing is shooting really hot. I'd probably guess around 90 to 100 FPS. So it's a really helpful little backup. That's in case I get into some hot water, run out of ammo, you know, stuff like that. And it actually has won me a game before, which is super cool. It is easy to prime while it's there, and it does take up a lot of room. You can't really use this little foregrip, and you can't really use the grip of that blaster with a magazine in it. It gets a little annoying. Well, it's not too bad, but it's not great. So I would just, like, if I'm running out of ammo, just pull that off, or just try to aim with it on there, which is pretty difficult. So yeah, that is my personal combo for the Stormcharge. I'm running out of ideas on videos to make, so maybe this will be a new series. So, and yes, I did get this from Coop772. I'm not sure many of you even know who he is, because, well, never mind. We ain't got to talk about that. Rest in peace. He did leave in 2023, which sucked, because he had the best reviews in all of YouTube. Best Nerf reviews in all of YouTube. Bro, this thing is so much fun. I love this thing. So, yeah, I'm sure he doesn't mind that I'm borrowing his idea. And I'll see you guys in the next one.